quick question for you. If your tap stopped working right now, how many days of water would you actually have in your house? Be honest. A few days? A week? Maybe 2. So now let's say whatever's going on in the world that caused this water problem doesn't get fixed. And all that time has already passed. We are out of water in our house. Now what? This video is my answer, not theory. I will show you exactly what I actually do to keep water coming in. You and I are going on a water run. I'm going to show you multiple setups and ways to get your water needs met. Anytime you're collecting water, you are exposed. You're leaving your base, your home. You are heading to a predictable, oh, here's a car. You don't want to be here long. No pumping, no sitting around. Get in, get water, and get out. If you can, don't do this alone. Having a second person watching while you collect, that is a big upgrade in awareness and security. This is my fast grab system. This is about 6 liters of water or 1.5 gallons, and I'm gonna fill this 7-gallon container to take so we can filter it later. This is enough to matter, but still quick. Let's move fast and process this later. As I said, for an extended supply that we can take with us, if we can, we're gonna actually fill this large jug. And how I do that is a little bit of a trick with the bandana as a pre-filter. Then we can submerge this in the creek. But what we're gonna do is take 2 fairly strong rubber bands. We're gonna put that over this, and that is gonna hold this little bit of a pre-filter on. So when we submerge this, it's gonna catch all of the extra dirt, twigs, and other things that might be in the water. So it's easier on our filtration system. A 7-gallon jug like this doesn't just provide for today. This is multiple days if you manage it right. And this is where the reality of this hits, that weight matters. And if you can't carry it, you don't have it. So fitness becomes part of preparedness. That's a big part of what I talk about on Survival Fit Adventures. You don't just need gear, you need the ability to use it. Now that we've got this installed, we're gonna go fill it up. This does take longer to fill, and if you are in a bad spot or an emergency, you just need to fill this up and go. But if you have time to let it go through the cloth, it's worth keeping it a little bit cleaner, taking it home, and then putting it through the filter. As you can see, we have a couple quarts of water in here already. So a couple layers here with this system. This is what they call a personal water filter, and I'm gonna show you some things with this in a little bit. But the big thing that I want to talk about is this entire gravity system. This is my fast grab bag. First of all, it is a fairly large bag. It holds 1.5 gallons or 6 liters. And then we've got the filter that comes with it. So you've got the end that the water comes in, the dirty water, and then there's an arrow to show the water filter direction. This clean end has a nice cap on it to keep it from getting muddy or dirty or in any way contaminated. So that is a great thing. And as we get going, I'm going to show you how these adapters work, and it can use different pieces within your system. The last thing I'm going to pull out of this bag is the tubing. I'm going to leave this right here, and I'm going to show you how I get water with this bag really quick. So we want to find a place where the water is moving, and that's what it's doing nicely here, and it's very clear. Because the cleanest we can start out with is the best. So here is the bag, and here is the filter, but we're gonna leave this filter in for just a minute, and I'll show you that in a second. So this is all we're gonna do, is we're gonna put this right in the stream of water without disturbing the gravel. You can see how that fills up real fast. And there we go. You can see how fast and efficient that is. You've got 6 liters in a real hurry. I also want to make this point. Why do I have a Mountain Dew bottle? Well, in any ditch, almost anywhere in North America, you can find bottles like this, junk that someone's thrown there, and it's unfortunate. But in a real bad situation, we can use those kind of things to our advantage. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna fill it full of water, and we're gonna talk about that in a little bit later. I'm gonna show you how to use this water with these filter systems. Now that we've got the water in here, we're gonna hang it on this tree. The nice thing about this strap is it's extendable, so you can make it as long as necessary to go around a pretty good sized tree here. So let's hang it up. So we can do a couple things. If we're on the move, we can filter this now, right here, like you can see how I hung it on this tree by the strap that's included, or we can take it home and filter it later where we're in a place of safety and security. I'm gonna show you what it looks like to do it right now, and it's the same as if we were to do it at home. So now we're ready to filter, and we are going to hook this right up. So I'm gonna take the filter, and I'm gonna take the opposite end of this quick connect. Now this quick connect goes right into the bottom of the bag. Then what we're gonna do is take the other end, put it right in here. So you put that on, and then you've got your clean end, which I'm gonna put inside this Nalgene for now. And then what I'm gonna do is make sure that this clamp is closed, so then no water is gonna pass through on accident. Then what I'm gonna do is plug this in to this quick connect. Now it's engaged, and then we are going to let this gravity flow system do the work. So I open this valve. All right, so now we're just gonna take this out so you can see we've got filtered water flowing from the bag through the tubing, through this filter, and into our Nalgene. So we can just, if you set this up, right, like I'm talking about, this could be set up at home, this can be set up on hiking, this can be set up anywhere, and you can set it up, if I didn't have it all tight for the camera right here, I would set it up a little bit higher so that you can just set this at height so you don't have to hold it or anything like that. It just goes right into whatever container that you're using, and then you can just do something else. But here it is, a no-nonsense way to filter water, purify it for your family, whether you use it outdoors, whether you use it for preparedness. This is a system that works well for anybody. We can take this bag home, and we can take that 7-gallon container that we filled up, and we can filter all of that through this system. Now remember this bottle we filled up in the creek? I'm gonna show you how you can use that with this filter. So think about this for preparedness or for hiking. You can use this with 1 liter, 2 liter bottles, whatever has this type. I'm gonna show you how this works with the adapter. Make sure this is clamped off. We're gonna disconnect this for right now. I'm gonna take this little adapter out because that's for another size of bottle, which is pretty cool that you get multiple sizes of bottles that this works with. Now, I'm gonna take this and turn it upside down, take the clean water cap off, and we're gonna apply a little pressure. And you can see we're getting clean filtered water from this bottle. Really good for preparedness, really good for hiking, really good for anything outdoors, really good for supplying water to your family or yourself. I'm gonna replace this cap, and I wanna show you the personal filter as well, because I think it's really important. So I'm gonna set this down. Now I'm gonna demonstrate how important it can be to have one of these personal water filters, whether you're hiking, doing outdoor stuff, or just being more prepared. Let's put this to use. So again, we're gonna come over to where this stream is flowing quite quickly, and we're just gonna come down here. We're gonna take the clean cap off, and then we're gonna get down. We're gonna put the bottom end in the water, and we're just gonna suck it up. Something like this could keep you going for days if needed. And it's so light that you can carry even a couple of these. And if every member of your family has one, you're set for days. So let's put this cap back on, replace the clean cap, and let's keep going. We're gonna take the personal filter because it does the same thing. Also has this lanyard that you can just hang it on your neck, hang it on something. We're gonna take the clean water cap off. And again, we're just gonna put some pressure on this, and there you go. So you can use this straight from the stream like I demonstrated, or you can use it with a water bottle. and then you've got this ready to drink. Like I always say, systems are what make things work. If you don't have a system, you just have a bunch of gear. You need to know how it all works together. You need to use it all together in a system to stretch your budget dollars further and to really get the advantage of these products. You can find special discounts to these products in the video description. So whether at home, hiking, preparedness, outdoors, whatever we're doing, we have layers. Immediate water from the bag, immediate water from the water bottle, immediate water from the stream. We've got it all covered so that no matter what situation we're faced with, we can handle it. This isn't just one piece of gear, it's a system. You can go out, collect fast, come back, process safely, and then the ability to do it again. That's how you stay ahead of the water issues. Now let's see the system another way. As you can see, we're back in my home base where I am safe. We're back in the garage because sometimes you want to use this system at home. And remember, you can fill up your extra gallons of water so that you can filter them in a safer spot. So this is a really important thing for preparedness. And also, sometimes you don't have time for any of that. You're moving, you're exposed, or you just need water now. So this is an immediate system. It's a system that you can use later. There's not really any setup. My 17-year-old boys used this on a couple-day hike that they went on. They took their backpacks and went out into the mountains, and it was a really cool trip. And they actually took this system with them as their water plan. And of course, like I always say that we should do, we should always have water purification tablets. They are not my first choice, but they don't fail for sure, and they don't break, and they hardly weigh anything at all. And if anything else goes sideways, these work. The really nice thing about purification tablets is they are measured to work with a quart or a liter container, like that Nalgene I was using by the creek, and also this type of canteen. So this is a quart. You take, if it's relatively clean water like I was showing, you can use one of these tablets, follow the directions on the package, and you can't go wrong. But for them on their couple-day hike, this system worked amazing. They had water when they needed it. Every time they set up camp, they set this up and hung it from a tree, and they had lots of water for the entire trip. It comes in this drawstring bag, which is really nice. It keeps it separate, keeps it clean. It's very self-contained, so you can actually keep multiple filters and the filter bag in this bag and be ready to go. And my friends, going forward, this isn't optional anymore. Every go bag should have a filter in it. Like, this literally weighs nothing in your go bag. Why not have at least one filter in there and then follow it up with some purification tablets? Every vehicle, this is actually my vehicle bag. This goes with me everywhere I go for work or leisure. Every 72-hour kit, because clean water isn't something I assume anymore. It's something that I plan for. You can as well. This gravity filter system and this personal water filter I'm using is from Membrane Solutions by Simpure, and I am including a link in the description for you to use to save money for your preparedness, and that's important. So that's really what this is layers. You can drink immediately. You can resupply in bulk. You can process at your base like I'm doing here. You can repeat as needed. That's the beautiful thing about that. Water processing that matches your needs. And you can build yourself into someone who can actually do it, because capability matters. If you want to see how all of this turns into a full system, how we store things, how we manage this, how we actually use food and water long term, that's where I'll take you down to the cold room and our setup and how all of that works together. You can scale this system into whatever size of place that you are living in. That's really where this starts to pay off. So I'm gonna have a link to that video series at the end of this video, but first, some important notes. This wasn't a typical preparedness video because each piece of the system connects to something deeper. I have one more important point to share with you in a few seconds. If this video resonated with you or you found it really interesting, give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel. I invite you to become a partner with me in providing exclusive content that goes deeper. Also, you can grab a free resource. It's a guide to build your own 72-hour kit I've made for you, and it's in the description. There you'll find links to my Amazon preparedness lists and my trusted freeze-dried food provider. One more important point. Most people store water. Fewer people have a plan to keep getting it. In a system like this, that gap is where things fall apart. So whatever system that you build, make sure it works something like what you've seen here today. It's simple, it's repeatable, and it's something that you can actually execute when it counts. Now, if your tap shut off today, how long are you covered for? And after that, what's your plan? Curious, how many people are actually set up to resupply on the daily?